Hey guys, Adrian the Alchemistic here for collective reading. So we're going to go in with the archetype cards starting first, hopefully. And I'm just asking Spirit to show us what the energy of today is like. What can we expect, Spirit? Okay. We got the gem. The womb. Oh, Spirit. The heart. The destroyer. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, we got one more. The creator. Okay. So based on these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, the message that I'm getting is that, okay, so the creator, so we're dealing with, and then the womb, right? That's where creation is, emanates from the womb, so there's this definitely like this birthing process happening. And I think I might have spoke about that in a previous reading, but the energy is still continuing. There's this highly, highly fertile energy for creativity, and it's blossoming now. And it's sort of like, I see it as you birthing something quite literally. And this is something that has been almost so in its, what's the word? Like gestation. I'm hearing gestation, but like almost like an incubation period. So you were probably, thinking, contemplating, kind of marinating on these ideas, and now you're giving birth to them. Like now is the prime time. Now is like the moment of conception after the inception. And it's a diamond, it's a gem, it's something that is going to be highly valued and highly sought after. Oops, I forgot to put my phone on silent. Just ignore that little bing bing. Okay, so, and we have the heart. Like, this is a passion project. This comes from your heart. This is highly tied into something that is, you desire to be felt. And it comes from your pain. What I get is the destroyer, is that this is something that it's an alchemy process. You took something that was supposed to destroy you, your pain, and you made it your purpose. That is what I'm getting from these archetypal cards right now. So now we're going to go in with the Talisman Oracle, and we're going to just get a vibe of maybe a theme that's happening currently for the collective. It's happening for the collective. Okay, so we got wisdom and let go. Okay, so it's almost like, knowledge versus wisdom. Knowledge is accumulating data, is accumulating information, is accumulating things, and wisdom, almost like the serenity prayer, the wisdom to know the difference. And by letting go of what no longer serves you, that's what makes you wise, is that you may have a lot of knowledge, but the wisdom comes from knowing when to apply it, what to let go of, what resonates, what doesn't resonate, the discernment to know the difference. Cool. Okay, so now with the Psychic Oracle, we're gonna get some more messages here. Okay, what's happening in the collective, Spirit? Okay. Authority. You're standing in your spiritual authority, in your divine authority. Okay. This is bringing about spiritual union. When you stand in your authority, you know who you are, right? You don't let your boundaries be crossed, nor do you cross boundaries. You are standing in your power and your purpose, okay? This is bringing about the spiritual union. And you have material and spiritual prosperity as the result. Wow, amazing. Okay. being called to this deck for a second, so let's just see what this deck has to say about anything that's going on with this reading so far. Okay, Spirit, show us anything else. Whoa, that one went flying. Okay, so we have spirit guides. So your spirit guides are super present right now. They are literally, you've been getting signs and synchronicities, and you've just been probably, you know, what I'm seeing for this collective is that you've just been at an all-time, like, an all-time just communion with spirit, or just, you know, really tapped in lately. Okay. We got baby again with that fertile energy, the womb. Like your baby is this thing that you've been growing inside of your heart for so long, that you're ready to give to the world. You're ready to literally birth this. And you have, hello, coins, like we said with the gem. It's valuable, you see? And then, wow, it could even be tied to music. We got the music card. So maybe this is your passion project is music, or has to do with your voice. Then you have lovers, maybe past experiences with love, or just finding new love, finding new purpose. Maybe that's the theme and the message. And then we have white light, that this is bringing about a spiritual alchemy. Okay, this is going to bring about a spiritual alchemy and a transmutation of the shadow into the white light. Wow. Okay, so next I want to go in with the tea leaf cards and see if spirit has anything. Whoa, that was quick. Okay. And what we have here is the butterfly. I love this. Sorry, I'm kind of not pointing in the right direction, but with the camera here, a change for the better. So that's the alchemy part, right? Amazing. And then we have casket, someone going out of your life, or at the end of a situation. So I feel like this is more the end of a situation and into, again, the end of the beginning, the birthing process. So it's like you're birthing something new. So it took the end to get the beginning, right? Or the beginning is the end. There's no, it's the flowers, it's happiness. You're just in a happy phase right now. Like you're finally, it's just like that joy of when you finally release everything and you're able to transmute and just see the fruits of your labor. Like you're gonna see the fruits of your labor. You're gonna see the things that you were sowing, you will reap. And we have recognition, reward for merit. We have the basket. So whatever this is that you're working on, whatever this is that you're about to birth to the world, you will be recognized for it. Okay, handshake, a meeting with a stranger that could be important. So maybe this is a missing piece to the puzzle, to this project, or whatever this is for you. Okay, and then we have the carriage, which is a journey, either physical or mental. So this is bringing you about the journey that we're all experiencing, that we call this life, you know what I'm saying? But this journey, you're on the carriage, and right now I see you just entering a completely new landscape, a completely new arena. Wow. Okay, I love when things just click like that. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this deck, the Crawley deck, and we're just gonna ask for some confirmation or anything else from this reading, spirit, we need to know about. Okay, I think that might be it. Okay, we got 2 cards from this deck. So we got the Prince of Wands, which is all about that action, inspiration, taking action steps. Okay, and then we got the Lovers. Ooh, so it's that divine spiritual union, that alchemical union, divine masculine, divine feminine, right? The masculine force and the feminine force that, you know, is not duality, but it's the balance of supposed opposites. And, you know, the Lovers also represents when the light meets the shadow and they integrate, right? And that's kind of like what you're doing with all of this energy, is that you've integrated it, you've healed it, you've brought it into a spiritual union, you've turned something that was of a lower vibration, of a lower caliber, and you've sublimated it in the process of alchemy to an exalted or a higher vibration, right? Something that can be right, you took like a base metal, made it into gold, like, and the gem, the gold, the diamonds, you turned something that was nothing into something of value. Not nothing, but you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say. You took something that you thought was worth, that you thought would be worthless, and you made it into something priceless, is what I'm hearing. Wow, okay. And just for the last of it, we're just gonna go in with the Smith Wyatt deck. Anything else, Spirit, before we end this reading that you would like to add on, if anything? Please let us know, Spirit, for the collective. Oh, that one went flying. Okay. Okay, there's a lot here, actually. Okay. We got a lot going on here. Okay. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, so it really, oh, hello, the sun. Partnerships, alliances, could be romantic, could be business. Ace of Pentacles, I'm leaning more towards business. It's the end of this, okay? It's the end of feeling isolated, alone, no one understands you. This hermit phase that you were in, okay? You've moved past that. It's coming in fast, okay? This manifestation is coming in fast, like achievement, reward, value, knowing your worth, all of that. Queen of Wands energy, standing in your power, your authority, that fire energy. And then the card that flew out, also fire energy, Page of Wands, a lot of fiery energy, right? Wow, which is all creativity, you know, it's all action. So things are moving fast, you guys, and you're ready for this next step. You're already there. It's not even about a next step, it's that you're already in this energy, okay? So I'm excited for all of us, and I can't wait to see where you are in your journey. So anyway, I hope this resonated. Thank you. Goodbye. Till next time.